Hey Nerdgenic Nation, welcome to History of. I'm your host and resident superhero nerd Aaron Waller, and this is a series where we do a deep dive into various comic book characters, both heroes and villains, and get a little bit more insight as to who they are and why they do what they do. And in today's video, I want to talk about a DC character that's made plenty of appearances in various mediums over the years, but is about to get his biggest chance to shine in an upcoming film later this year, and that's Firefly. Firefly was created by Franz Herron and Dick Sprang and first appeared in Detective Comics number 184 in 1952. Now, as is with many characters in this series, Firefly has had several iterations and characters take the mantle. But the focus of this video will be on the first and most popular version, Garfield Lynns. Garfield Lynns is a down-on-his-luck special effects expert who plans on robbing a theater by faking a fire, but is stopped by Batman and Robin. After fleeing the scene, Batman would mistake an actual Firefly for Lynns' cigarette and follow it, to which he would take inspiration and become the costume criminal and use various effects and optical illusions during heists. Basically, think of him kind of like DC's Mysterio. And then the famous Crisis on Infinite Earths event happened and rebooted the entire DC universe, including Firefly, where he would be given a much darker and more violent story. Garfield and his sister would be taken from their abusive parents and grow up at the St. Evangelina Home for Orphans, where Garfield would become a problematic child that no one would want to adopt. Later as an adult, he would become a pyrotechnics and special effects expert in the film industry, but eventually fall to Gotham's poverty and turn to a life of crime. He would initially commit arson during robberies as a hobby, but soon became obsessed with fire and believed he could see visions in the flames he created. He would then take up the name Firefly and ally with Killer Moth to kill Batman and Robin. This of course would be thwarted and they would be arrested. During Batman Nightfall, Firefly escapes from Arkham and attempts to burn down all the places he never got to go to as a child. After a few fires, he would be stopped by Batman, but as soon as he's able to get out, he once again starts a fire in a chemical factory that causes a massive explosion and over 90% of Lynns' body to be burned. So he does exactly what any well-adjusted fire-obsessed person would do. He creates a fireproof suit to protect himself from his own flames and obsession from there on out. Firefly would go on to make various appearances throughout comics, including DC 1 Million, Justice League of America's Crisis of Conscience arc, and Final Crisis, almost all of which he would be teamed up with another villain, whether that be Mr. Freeze, as a member of Cheetah's secret society of supervillains, or any other various villains. During Batman Streets of Gotham, Firefly is recruited by Black Mask to be a part of a group of villains attempting to take over Gotham, but Firefly would go on to follow his own agenda. He would later be broken out of Arkham by Dick Grayson as Batman to help him stop Sebastian Blackspell's intentions of killing the Riddler. An alternate version of Firefly would also appear during Flashpoint, where he would become a member of the Canterbury Cricket's ambush bugs, but is sadly killed fighting the Amazons. He would also appear in Batman the Brave and the Bold, where he was one of the many characters to attack Batman and Wonder Woman's wedding, and he would even be featured in a lot of tie-in comics like Smallville Season 11 and Batman v Superman. And as I mentioned in the beginning, Firefly is no stranger to various other mediums. He's made appearances in video games including the Batman Arkham series and Lego Batman games. He's been in animation like the new Batman Adventures, Justice League, The Batman, Batman the Brave and the Bold, and Harley Quinn series, and even appeared in the animated movies such as Batman Bad Blood. And he's also made several live-action appearances such as in the Arrowverse, where he was played by Andrew Dunbar, but now he'll be making his biggest appearance in the upcoming HBO Max film Batgirl, where he'll be played by Brendan Fraser. Now, Firefly doesn't really have any powers or abilities, unless you count violent sociopathic tendencies mixed with very intense pyromania. But after Crisis on Infinite Earths and he became horribly burned, he began using a mechanically engineered insulated fireproof suit to protect himself. And along with this, he would be equipped with various fire-related weapons like a military-grade flamethrower, grenades, napalm, a sword-like blade superheated with plasma, and a jetpack to allow him to get away much easier. So those are some of the things you need to know about Firefly. Did you learn anything in this video you may not have known otherwise? Let me know down in the comment section down below, and while you're down there, be sure to leave me a comment to any suggestions of characters you would like to see on this series. Your suggestion might become next week's video. And also while you're down there, be sure to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification so you miss out on any future content from me or the rest of the Nerdgenic team. And also give us a like and follow on Facebook so you miss out on any news, announcements, or articles at nerdgenic.com. But in the meantime, if you want even more video content from us, be sure to check out these videos on screen, like this playlist of my History of series, which you can go through and is added new episodes every single Saturday, where I give the comic book history of various comic book heroes and villains. Or for you anime fans, check out this video right over here of Ash giving her review of the anime Agretsuko. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it, and we hope to see you in the next video.